31 on a beautiful but toasty day across Central Florida. It's time for our afternoon coffee talk. We get together, chat, see what's doing across Central Florida. Just a quick check outside. Our first warning live Doppler radar. Looking pretty good, you ask me. Just a couple of offshore showers. They're not going to bother us whatsoever. You kind of see them out there off the coast of Brevard County. Trying to work in, but the atmosphere is just too stable. Oh man, not going to be able to make it. Look at these temperatures though. People, it is warm across the area. 93 right now in Orlando, 94 in Claremont, 91 degrees in the Villages, 93 outside in Ocala. Onshore wind, we're not that bad over at the beaches. 87 in Titusville, 86 degrees in New Smyrna Beach. So we're looking good, but it's absolutely a warm day across the inland areas. And that's all thanks to the wind, frankly. The winds coming in off the ocean feel great. They do. They feel great if you're hanging out over at the beaches, but you get inland a little bit and things definitely start to crank up just a little bit. I'm trying to find the darn wind graphic. Oh, there it is. All right. Got too many graphics in here. Yeah. All right. So here's a look at the winds, and it's obvious. Like that onshore component to the wind is helping us out at the beaches, 10, 15 miles an hour or so. But you head inland, and it's just a little bit more. So, all right, where do we go from here? Let's take a look at our forecast these next couple of hours. Forecast across Central Florida brings those temperatures little by little down. Obviously not talking about a bunch of rainfall, so there's that taken care of. Mid 80s, 9 o'clock, lower 80s by lunchtime, and into the 70s eventually overnight tonight. So it's going to be a nice, mild evening. We take a look at Futurecast just to double check, not really seeing any extra activity trying to pop on up. 3:30 this afternoon, look at that, like nothing. Maybe a sprinkle here or there. There's 7 o'clock tonight. Not really much doing. Did I just hear a noise? Everybody's doing their thing, so I guess it's just in my head. All right, overnight tonight, not much to track. Let's look at tomorrow morning. Couple of showers over New Smyrna Beach. Look at that. Volusia, Brevard, even into Seminole County. But another mostly dry day, maybe a few showers into the afternoon. I think that tomorrow's best chance of rain is going to be over at our East Coast beaches. For tomorrow, we're looking at another low-end coverage of rainfall, but you can very clearly see going through the rain chances tomorrow, it's really like our eastern areas that are going to get painted in. So there you go, my friends. Not a bad looking forecast. Temperatures tomorrow definitely going to be getting up there. What is tomorrow? Wednesday? Is that what tomorrow is? Yeah, tomorrow's Wednesday. All right, here's a look at our high temperature forecast for tomorrow. 93 in Orlando, 94 degrees in Sanford, 89, 88 from Daytona Beach back over to Titusville. So it looks like it's going to be a pretty nice day across Central Florida. But we're definitely noticing warming temperatures. Little by little by little, these temperatures are starting to climb. So it did make a question asked earlier today, which I thought was a good one. And if you watch this morning's coffee talk, then you are already aware of the answer. If not, I've got a question for you. When normally does the first 69, 68, 67, the first temperature hit Central Florida below 70? Any questions? Anybody know? Are you aware? Should I go bother somebody and ask them? I'm bothering half the people in the newsroom as I'm talking. That much I can promise you. Kate Cannon says October. That's what I was thinking. I know that we get into the 60s in October, but when is that first? When is that first upper 60s? 69, 68, something like that. Anybody? Anybody? Frank says December. Ann says November. So it's actually, oh, I didn't load the graphic. I have it pulled up, but I didn't load it. So it's actually, believe it or not, that first taste averages out to November 5th. Last year was, September 5th. That first morning below 70 averages around September 5th. Last year was September 29th after Ian moved through. But yeah, that's way earlier than I thought. Go figure, I guess. Right? Yeah, I thought that was way earlier than I was expecting. Yeah. Oh, well. All right. So, tropics. Let's chat, shall we? Out to the tropics. Of course, we're watching Harold continuing to weaken as Harold moves inland Texas, bringing all kinds of moisture to the Rio Grande Valley. You've got Tropical Storm Franklin. Gert is no more. And then there are two areas. The area in yellow has a low end chance of developing over the next couple of days. That's the remnants of Emily. And then you've got Invest 92, which is that orange area, a medium 40% chance of development. The storm system that we're watching the closest, and it's not because it's a big threat or anything to us in Central Florida, but it's the storm system to watch, is Franklin. Winds are at 50 miles an hour. It is not a very well organized system. It is going to continue to lift kind of toward the north. I've got a better graphic. Hold on a second. That one's got half the stuff removed. Hold on. Give me 2 seconds. There, that's the better cone. All right, so there's Franklin's forecast cone. Expected to stay a tropical storm the next couple of days and then maybe become a hurricane. Now, just because you see that kind of left-hand jog, don't let that frighten you. It's not like it's going to come and strike us in Central Florida. No, it's not going to do that. But let's just take a look at the raw computer model data and see what's ahead. Of course, if you were watching this morning on Tracking the Tropics, you certainly saw us talk in detail about things, but we've got new model data. So there it is, crossing over the Dominican Republic and Haiti. This is the GFS, kind of meandering, getting stronger, and then lifting to the north, according to the latest GFS, kind of being just off to the west of Bermuda. All right, as a decent little hurricane. That's around the 29th or so of the month. That would be the Carolina part of the pattern. At least as of right now, it looks like it's going to stay off the shoreline. And then beyond that, on the GFS, high pressure kind of builds in. A little something kind of popping up east of us, trying to figure out where to put an area of low pressure. That's what it's got. If we look over to the European. All right, so the 12Z's in. Okay. There it goes. Lifting to the north. And then meanwhile, it's trying to develop something in the Gulf, bring it across Florida, and then move it away. So it's trying to figure out that Florida west coast part of the pattern there for sure. And then there's the Canadian. Canadian's got a nasty hurricane east of us. And then there's the west coast Florida part of the pattern. And then cruising across. It's got like a double header of sorts. Okay, so model data looking a little goofy. Glad that we've got plenty of time to watch the tropics, and you know we're going to be doing that. No worries, do not worry. Remember, there's always something tropical to track this time of year, so we just have to do that. We just have to watch. Okay? You good with that? I'm good with that. Just track the tropics. We'll do another Tracking the Tropics next Tuesday, and if we need to do more, we'll do more, right? All right. 7-day forecast showing rain chances fairly low for us tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then this weekend, building that heat in a big way. And then into early next week, kind of bringing those rain chances up just a little bit. By the way, since we're talking about a nice stretch of weather the next couple of days, I'm going to be shifting around my sleep schedules because come Thursday into Friday, it says Thursday morning. That really should say Friday morning, right? It's a Friday morning launch, or is it a Thursday morning? No. When is that dang thing? Hold on a second. My brain. It's Thursday night into Friday morning. Hi, Gavolt. Camtran, you did the graphic. Hold on. Camtran put the wrong day in there. Friday morning. Let me fix the graphic. Stand by. You know you like that pretty background. All right. Friday morning. There we go. All right. Graphic saved. Friday morning. Crew 7. I'll have the Weather Lab out, which means you know we're going to have live broadcasts from the Weather Lab using Starlink out at the Kennedy Space Center. 85% chance of good weather. That ascent corridor is looking good. Remember, though, this first stage is coming back to the Cape Canaveral Space Force Station, which means it may be a 3:49 a.m. launch, but about 8 minutes after that, you're going to wake up. I'll still be awake. Oh, well. All right. That's all I got for you. Coming up on West 2 News at 4. Well, let's go into the Weather Center. Let's see what they're doing in there. I got the laptop. We can go mobile. Let's go into the studio together. Say hi to Holly.
Hi.
Say hi to, what's your name again? Just kidding. It's because he's wearing a banana. Yeah. Oh, stop that. All right. Let's come in and say hello and see what they're working on. All right. Who's taking the first aircraft off the deck today, Cam Tran?
Hello.
You want to say hi to everybody?
Hello.
Cam says hello. Tony saying hello.
Hello, my Central Florida peeps. How are y'all?
What if people are not in Central Florida right now?
Well, then
Then they're not.
welcome to watching Weather in Central Florida with Mr. Beret.
There you go. All right. So what are y'all working on?
What you got for?
I'm talking about the chance for rain finally increasing this week. I'll
Yep.
let you know when.
Yep.
And then, of course, the tropics.
The tropics, Manolfi.
Uh,
Manolfi, as he's looking at the picture of the beach.
Those plus, we got some ridiculous heat once again coming back our way this week.
Yeah, man.
But it's not going to be as long lasting
Thank God.
as the first round. You start getting late August, it's a bit more difficult to.
And we were talking just off camera about cold fronts coming, not necessarily to us, but just like up north, the
Well,
patterns are changing.
So
up
let's
there.
talk about that. The front that is coming through and then will come through.
Yeah.
That's going to deflect some of our tropical activity away from us.
Yeah,
It's
love
a big
all.
story.
Love all of that.
Now, the other thing, though, that Cam and I were talking about earlier is the Euro and the GFS have been trying to develop something somewhere in the Caribbean
Yep.
and lift it north.
Yep.
So it's coming and going. We're seeing a signal. Nothing's set in stone, but we want you to keep checking back.
They're definitely, we were just looking at those models. They're definitely just kind of trying to figure it out.
Yeah, they are. They are. They are.
There you go. All right, people. So you got to watch them later. All right. Be the sunshine in someone else's day. Take care. See y'all later. Bye.